bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Finance has outlined the terms of the exigency order in effect for 180 days or 6 months from the passage of Hurricane Matthew. Residents can take advantage of the order, which governs the importation of goods and what is prohibited by law. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
Procedures for the accessing benefits under the exigency order: individuals importing goods and applying for duty and VAT exemption. Individuals will be allowed to import goods valued at $3,000 or less without NEMA approval once they accompany their goods and complete a NEMA application and a C-18 customs form accompanied baggage form. In these instances, customs will be able to provide approval at the border. Individuals importing goods on a customs form C-13 home consumption form may do so without prior approval from NEMA, provided the value of the goods being imported is less than $10,000. In these instances, individuals must complete a NEMA verification of damage and request form for the replacement of building materials, electrical, plumbing, fixtures, and materials, household furniture, furnishings, appliances, and generators. And a customs officer of a rank no less than superintendent will be responsible for approving the release of the qualified goods at the border. Individuals seeking to import goods under the exigency order on more than one occasion will be required to obtain prior approval from NEMA. In other instances, and for the importation of motor vehicles, NEMA approval will be required prior to the clearance and release of the goods. Please note that the NEMA verification and replacement request form for damaged motor vehicle form must be completed. Businesses importing goods. Businesses that suffer damages and wish to access duty and VAT benefits under the exigency order for foreign and local purchases should have a valid TIN, tax identification number, and must obtain prior approval from NEMA before the clearance and release of goods. Local business engaging in VAT and duty-free sales, businesses interested in selling duty-free and VAT-free qualified goods during the designated hurricane recovery period of 180 days from the passing of Hurricane Matthew are invited to make application to the Hurricane Relief Section of Customs Department by completing the required customs form. Upon approval of such application, businesses would be permitted to make duty-free and VAT-free sales to qualifying customers. Businesses are required to ensure that customers submit signed NEMA application forms and copies of identification before duty and VAT-free sales are finalized. Forms are to be submitted monthly along with sales invoices to the Department of Inland Revenue through the online tax administration system for verification. In cases where customs duties have already been paid, businesses can also apply for the refund of duty previously paid. Individuals qualifying under the exigency order and purchasing building materials, electrical, plumbing, fixtures, and materials, household furniture, and furnishings, appliances, and generators may make purchases from local businesses and may do so without prior approval from NEMA if purchases are less than $10,000. For purchases of more than $10,000, NEMA approval is required. Clothing is not covered by the exigency order and is considered a relief good. Duty and VAT-free importation of clothing is subject to the approval of the Ministry of Finance. Such approval would only be granted prior to the arrival of the goods. Individuals and businesses found to be guilty of fraud will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
A house fire over in Abaco has claimed the life of a child. Police reports say around 9 o'clock Tuesday evening, officers along with the Marsh Harbor Fire Services were called to a house fire in the mud, where they met a single-story wooden structure ablaze. Officers quickly extinguished the fire and, upon examining the building, discovered the burnt remains of a child. Police are actively investigating this incident and are appealing to members of the public in Abaco who may have any information that can assist with this investigation to call 347-2560, 367-3437, in Grand Bahama 350-3107 or 12-911-919, or call your nearest police station. Don't go away, sports is up next with Ricardo Liborn.